All right. Hopefully this is not messed up. Pull up the stream, make sure everybody can hear me correctly. All right, we should be good. We should be good to go. You can't hear me? You should be able to hear me, bro. All right. Hopefully this is not messed. All right, we should be good. We should be good to go. How do I sound super far? I'm listening to it on my phone. You can't hear me? You should be able to hear me, bro. All right. You should be able to hear me. How does it sound now? Yo. What about now? You should be able to hear me. What about now? How does it sound now? Should be good now. Yo. What about now? You should be able to hear me. All right, we're good, bro. All right. Let me get more professional. Smacking on this damn candy. So, today, as you guys can see, we have Washington State, number 17, taking on Liberty in Lynchburg. Obviously, big-time matchup for both ball clubs, as they're both 1-1 at 500. Neither team can really afford to drop another game. Especially when you're talking about college football playoff implications and stuff like that. Losing your two of your first three games is, a recipe for disaster when you're talking about getting an at-large bid, because you got to pretty much remain perfect the rest of the year. So I'm looking forward to seeing kind of what teams show up today. Obviously, this is a rematch from last season. Liberty pulling off the massive upset last year against Washington State, who had gone to the Natty the year prior. So we're going to find out real quick how this game starts off. Obviously, Liberty being the home team doesn't have to contend with the crowd in Pullman like I did last week. So I think that's going to play a bit of a factor. We know what kind of play style Liberty has. A lot of trick plays. A lot of plays that keeps the defense guessing and keep you off balance. And then you have Washington State on the other side, who plays more of a pro style offense, kind of sticks to his fundamentals and wants to kind of matriculate himself down the field. No real big chunk plays. At least that's not what he aims for, you know, on a possession-by-possession basis. He's looking to, you know, slowly kind of death by 1,000 cut his opponent, you know, to the end zone. So, looking forward to this matchup for sure. We're just waiting on him to get it started. We'll see where Liberty's at. Gonna be a good game for sure, though. Gonna be a good matchup, man. Let me know in the comment section who you guys got. Who do y'all got in this matchup? Oh, okay, I can hear Sterling. I can hear. Yeah, you're good. My bad. I didn't turn my menu music off, so that's why I thought I couldn't hear. Is this gonna be a repeat from last year, or is Sterling gonna kind of show why it was a fluke? Bama has Washington State 34-20. Any other predictions in the chat? Any other predictions in the chat for this game of the week matchup? I'll give my prediction right before kickoff. Let's get it. This is big time, fellas. This is big time. Drop your predictions before the kickoff. All right, so obviously, like I said before, this is a rematch between these two guys. Let me make my camera a little bit smaller. This is obviously a rematch between these two guys. And I think with it being a rematch, I think that's going to play a factor. Obviously, they're a little bit more familiar with one another. I think that was their first time playing last season. So there's no more of a feeling out process between these two opponents, between these two teams, I should say. I don't remember what the score of the game was last time, but I expect a high-scoring game in this matchup. I think if Liberty can keep the game close at the end of the game, then we could be looking at another upset. But Liberty definitely has to kind of pick and choose his spots early on. With Sterling coming off of that loss to Boise State, I think he's going to come out swinging haymakers. So Liberty's gonna have to stay with his game, and try to make this a fourth quarter game. We can't have it to where it gets away from him too early and he's trying to play catch up, because that's gonna play right into Sterling's hands. But before kickoff, I'm gonna go 48-38. 48-38 is my prediction. Give me 1 second. Let me turn this down a bit. 48-38, Washington State is what I got. I got a high-scoring affair. So let's see what happens. Best of luck to both guys in this matchup. May the best team win. Both of these guys need this game a lot. They need it bad. This is a must-win for both guys. Do not want to fall below 500 heading into week 4. Got my game time snack. Let me watch this side actually. Hopefully it's not choppy this time around. All right, Liberty bringing it out. Oh my! Oh my! That's not how you want to start a football game. That is not how you want to start a football game. Big time special teams turnover by Liberty. Washington State's looking to capitalize immediately in the red zone. Coming out in doubles here. Looks like play action. Zig route. Good open field tackle by Liberty. Liberty's going to have to somehow hold him to 3 here. Because that was a heartbreaker early on in this game. All right, it's coming out under center here. Stretch right. Big time tackle by Liberty to force a 3rd and 1 on the 4-yard line. He can get the first down before he gets in the end zone. So coming back under center here. Liberty has 7 people in the box here. Solid motion. If he cuts back to the left, it may be there. He does cut to the left and gets the first down. 1st and goal, Cougars.
This offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal.
Liberty's defense is looking really solid right now. Obviously, 31-17. Liberty's looking solid right now. This is going to be his 6th play in the red zone coming up. So he's standing tall here. Jet sweep out to the right-hand side. He gets in there. The defense is only going to be able to hold up for so long.
Exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one. When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goal.
7-0 Wazoo.
What the offense does, it takes advantage of great field position. And he added the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown.
He decides not to bring this one out, which obviously I deem as a smart move, given that he. Oh, why does it look like this? There we go.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play.
All right, coming out in I formation here.
They go to the ground.
Way to fall forward for 4 yards. I think at this point you just got to kind of get your confidence back if you're Grundy here. Obviously, an early special teams turnover to start the game off, which led to points by Washington State. So you got to kind of stick with your game plan. You understand that it's still a 7-point game. You don't want to get all crazy and panic here. Let's just stick with your game plan. Coming back out in I formation. Sticking on the ground. All right, 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 3 here. Let's see what he comes out in. If he stays under center, if he comes to the shotgun. All right, he's staying under center. Sterling has 7 people in the box here. Now 8 people in the box. So before this game started, I noted that Grundy loves the trickery. He loves the trick plays to keep the defense off balance. We see that early and often on his second, technically his 1st possession of the ball game, with an end around to pick up a easy 3rd and 3. Right back in the I formation.
A lot to do with how much success you have offensively or defensively.
Still 7 in the box for Washington State with the user on the safety.
Back to the ground.
Grundy's really made it an effort to get the ground game going, which I respect. I like that, that style of offense. Kind of lull the Cougar defense to sleep. 2nd and 5. And he stays in I formation here.
Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
Make sure you guys like the stream for me. Like the stream for me, fellas. I formation here. Another 7 in the box look. Play action here. Good check down. First down, Liberty. Fumble again. Oh, man. Fumbles have been the early story of the game. There's just not much you can do. Not much you can do when the Washington State Cougars defense is hitting like the way they're hitting today. Good read. Just can't hold on to the ball. Big time block. This will be a big time return. They call him down. All right, hopefully that kind of sparks some momentum. Obviously down 13-0 and you got the ball first is not where you want to be, but again, you don't want to start shooting yourself in the foot and playing out of character here. Stick to your game plan. Don't want to start pressing. See, and this is what I don't like. I don't like the 5 wide because I feel like you were able to move the ball. You're picking up good gains, running the ball, coming out of the I form and single back sets. You don't want to completely change your game plan. Still a long game. A lot of football left to be played. Because now you're almost playing into Washington State's hands here. When you come out in 5 wide, he knows you're not going to run the ball. And this is where it gets dangerous. All right. Coming out in trips left. Back to the ground game. All right, another 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3. It's important for here to Grundy to say true. There's still a lot of football left to be played. Not known to be a heavy passer. I feel like if he comes out trying to throw, a turnover is bound to happen. I agree. I think he needs to stick to his game plan. There's a lot of football left. You got 8 in the box here. I don't like this. You got 8 in the box. If I'm Grundy, I'd probably call timeout here. He runs stretch right. 4th and 2. Does he go or does he punt? This is a big 4th down. This 4th down here could decide the game early. He's going. He's going. Hopefully his running back's to the wide side of the field so he can put some sort of route by the running back to kind of get that user, and he's not. All right. He has 5 on 5 in the middle. That was a bad read. He should have went left. And that's the only issue with, going forward in your own territory is now Sterling's playing with the short side of the field.
That's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game.
Sterling coming out another play action here.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw.
Great defense by Liberty. Liberty has to hold to a field goal here. His defense has to stand tall and hope that he can kind of gain some momentum. Maybe a turnover. Maybe force a field goal attempt that's a miss, but he's got to get off the field here. He cannot afford to give up 7 here. All right, coming out all verts with the running back. Man, that's just pitch and catch football there by Washington State. He's gonna start. Washington State's gonna start playing slow. Very bad vision there. Yeah, I think if he would have went left on that inside zone, he may have picked up that 1st down. So now he's in a situation where he's gonna have to press. He's got to hold a 3 here. It's non-negotiable. You have to hold a 3 on this possession, especially given the fact that you got ball first. Under center again. Stretch left. Big time tackle there by Liberty to force a 3rd and long.
And the defense was locked in. You can tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
All right, Grundy. So Sterling's, getting deep into his bag of tricks right now, looking for the perfect play for this 3rd and long. Just inside the red zone. Grundy with the one high safety look. You got to watch this drag here coming across. He got caught up, which obviously helped Grundy there. Big time stop there by the defense. I'm assuming he takes 3 here. A big time stop by Grundy to keep himself in this ball game within 2 possessions. This is not a gimme field goal either. He does make it to go up 16-0. Grundy needs to. He said, I would have punted. Grundy's defense showed they can kind of get a stop, but Sterling hasn't had to drive the field yet. I agree. He hasn't really proven that he can drive the field, but he hasn't been in a situation where he's needed to either. Getting the ball 2 times in the red zone, and then, obviously a scoop and score. I think Grundy needs to slow the game down a bit. Like I said before, still a lot of football to be played. You don't want to start pressing the issue and go down by more. There you go. Come back in the I formation. Let's run the ball. Go back to what's working. Eventually, one is going to pop, so you kind of got to just, stick with your game plan. He goes play action here. I don't like that. I don't like that throw. He's pressing. He's got to go back to what's been working. He's got to go back to what's been working. Now he's getting to uncharted territory here, where I think if Sterling even gets a field goal on this possession, now you're down 3 possessions and Sterling receives the ball back at half. So now you're in a tricky situation. But, I mean, we knew that Sterling was going to come locked in, in this ball game, given that he had the big-time loss last week to Boise State. So I knew he was going to come into this game with a chip on his shoulder. I mean, he's showing that early. The defense is playing outstanding with, 2 turnovers and putting the offense in position to score. I feel like at some point the offense has got to play complementary football and help out the defense, because the defense is doing everything they can. Great defense by Liberty again. The defense has shown up. The defense has shown up with, given the circumstances. This is now their 3rd time on the field in just the first quarter. So the defense is doing their job. Offense got to put something together. All right, coming out shotgun. Doubles to the running back to the right-hand side. Good check down. Oh, man, that's a big-time missed opportunity there by Grundy to force a 3rd down. We're going to move the chains, and this is going to come to the end of the first quarter. 16-0 Cougars as we head into the second frame. I sound like a bit of a broken record here, but Liberty's going to have to force 3 here. He's got to try to shift the momentum somehow, or come up with a turnover. Oh. Now I feel like the defense is kind of breaking down a bit. They've been on the field, 15, no, more than 15, maybe 20-plus snaps at this point, and we've just entered the second quarter. Defenses, they need a break. They need a breather. Good vision by Sterling there to pick up an easy 6. Sterling's pretty much doing anything he wants at this point. I also noticed Sterling is in a different playbook, so he looks like he's trying something new after last week's loss. Trying to find an identity. I think he said that in his recap as well. Inside zone. Picks up about 3 yards. 2 yards to make it 3rd and 2. The jerseys have me confused. I keep thinking Liberty is white and Washington is red. Yeah, it's just throwing me off as well a little bit. I'm not going to lie. All right, 3rd and 2. This is a big down for Liberty. If I'm Liberty in the situation, I probably blitz, but he is running an RPO. That's a big-time conversion and score to make it 23-0. You go for 2 here, or taking the 3, or taking the PAT. Alrighty. I mean, at this point, I think Grundy needs to. He has to get some sort of score for momentum and for confidence sake. You simply cannot come out of this drive without points. I think at this point, any points are good points. You just got to see something go in. So if I'm him, I try to bleed the clock a little bit, shorten this game out. You don't want to get into a situation where you're down 30-0 or something crazy before half. So if I'm Grundy, I continue to run the ball. And I know, again, that sounds like a broken record, but I continue to run the ball and just try to gain some sort of momentum offensively. Jet sweep here. All right, stay to the outside. Just take what he gives you. All right, good first down for Liberty. Let's go. You got to kind of, it's a snowball effect. You kind of got to just, see something go in, see something that works, and you got to be able to adjust on the fly. In the game, you got to be able to adjust. So stay with your game plan, Grundy. Stay with your game plan. All right, coming out passing here. That's a dangerous throw there. I don't like that. It's a dangerous throw. Obviously picks up 15 to 20 yards, but you got to be careful when you're throwing into the thick of it in the middle of that defense.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive.
I think had that been a safety at sub linebacker, that would have been picked the other way. So stay on the ground here. There's no reason to rush. You're within 3 possessions. A stop after a score puts you right in position to come back. Good check down here. Great cut. Pick up 7 yards. Now you're in plus territory. Yeah, Justin, Smooth Gaming, he definitely needs to kind of just slow it down, put himself in position to fight back, like you said. Don't let the game get away from him, trying to press the issue. Second and manageable here. You stay in the script. Washington State's obviously blitzing heavy here. All right, now you got 3rd and 3 here. Let's see what he comes out in. Coming out in gun. Let's see if the bunch is to the wide side of the field or the sideline, the short side. So he has the bunch to the wide side. See what he does here. We got audibles on both sides of the ball. Instant pressure. Good read by Grundy. Good read. He's inching closer and closer to red zone territory. This is a big drive for confidence. Like I said, this game is not over. I believe he was down 3 possessions last year and came back and beat the same user in Washington State. So, again, it's possible. It's possible. Just stay within your game plan, within your script. Got to be careful here. Don't want to do something that'll shoot yourself in the foot. You need points on this possession. All right, coming back under center, I formation. Power O. So, it's a 2-yard gain. One thing I will say, just my kind of, the bit of breakdown I'm doing as I'm watching, Grundy needs to be more patient running the ball. There are gaping holes on this defensive line. I feel like he's not taking advantage of it. Got to be able to have a little bit better vision when you're coming out of the backfield. Okay, we got a 5-wide set. Tight end to the right-hand side. You have time. You had time. You got to be able to sit in the pocket. If I'm Grundy, I take 3 here. You got to be able to just, see something go in, like I said, and that's what he's going to do.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40.
All right. Way to see something go in. Way to just put yourself in position to put yourself on the board. Now you get a stop here. Defense have been playing solid football. Let's get a stop. And if you're Sterling, obviously you get ball at halftime. Akron versus UCLA should have been game of the week after this early performance. If I'm Sterling here, I understand that I get ball at halftime. There's no reason to press down the field and try to make a big play. Let's get to half. Let's find a way to dwindle this clock down and let's get to halftime. All right, coming out in shotgun here. Heavy set to the left with 2 tight ends. Got an RPO. Good defense by Liberty there.
success. So this offense is going to continue.
Grundy just isn't comfortable throwing the ball. Ever since Salter left, it seems like he's in the pocket panicking. I agree.
Picking up a couple at
Come out in 5 wide here by Sterling. Watch the streak to the left. He loves the bombs with these fast receivers he has. No safety help in the middle either.
he's looking to throw.
Great defense.
Incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed.
So had Sterling waited a second, square was open. I rewinded a second. I do want to show you this. I called it before the play.
He's looking to throw.
Sterling did have him had square beat there on the left hand side. Back to live action here.
Fires left.
That's a big time conversion by Washington State there.
And he
Big time conversion.
and in the open field and
This playbook Sterling's using is a very nice looking playbook. A lot of motion snaps, a lot of trickery when it comes to the passing game. I like it.
Perimeter that can change
Adding a little wrinkle to the offense.
one single play, and you saw
All right, coming out in doubles here.
speed on the perimeter to create that explosive.
Running back to the wide side of the field. Looks like he's audible into a run play. He likes to look with the five men in the box.
handoff from the gun.
Good move there.
And he's
9-yard pickup by Washington State.
running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1.
Russia running back here.
He's looking to throw. Going for the big
Oh, what a ball by the true freshman Daryl Snodgrass.
They make the
What a
tackle,
ball.
but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I think if I'm Grundy here, I try to get the ball back here before halftime. You gotta try to shrink in the gap here a little bit.
Allow his receiver more room to work his route.
Grundy needs to call a timeout here. This is poor clock management by the Liberty Flames.
Second and goal for this offense.
He has numbers here on the RPO on the left-hand side.
Tries to get
Great tackle by Liberty.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
You got to call timeout here. You got to put yourself in a position to fight back. I don't like the idea of letting the clock run out.
You gotta be smart with the football here. Looks like you're gonna have to
Oh, my.
throw it. Just can't force it. You gotta make sure you're
Sterling doesn't realize it.
can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation
He's going to
where
take 3.
I spread you out. I get more speed on
That was a little bit too close for comfort there.
Declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football. And as the first half draws near to
Some
a
money
close,
kick.
Here comes the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And they'll trot off
This is a tale of 2 weeks for Coach Juarez and
at the end of
the Washington State Cougars. I believe they were down 30-3 last week, and now they're up 26-3 this week. So whatever he told these boys in the locker room, this week has definitely got them riled up and ready to go against the Liberty Flames on the road. So I think Liberty has to go balls to the wall here and try to make a play. Obviously the 2 early fumbles have put them behind the script. But now you got to you don't want to leave anything on the field. You got to go all out.
that return at the 22.
Try to make something happen.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds the tight end.
I feel like he's putting himself in positions to make plays. The players just aren't making those plays.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know
4-yard gain for Washington State as he moves up the field.
a lot of different situations.
Back under center.
Perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Another very good read by the user, but back-to-back big-time catches by tight ends for the Washington State Cougars. All right, this is a big 3rd down. Very big 3rd down for this Liberty Flames defense.
Pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short.
Watch the running back out of the backfield here.
Throws for the
Great read.
got his man.
So the theme of this game for Washington State's offense have been tight end, tight end, tight end, tight end.
Shotgun fundamentals
I don't know if the Liberty defensive coordinator is just not really keying in on it, but you'd have thought it was tight end, National Tight Ends Day, the way that these tight ends are being implemented into this offense. Sterling's going to take his time at this point. He understands that he's in a position where he can dictate how this game goes from now here this point on. Big time throw, by the way, by that true freshman quarterback. Snodgrass he's playing really good football, for this to be his third start at the collegiate level. Inside zone, great tackle by Liberty. 2nd and 9. He stopped the run, very, very good this game, considering the circumstances. But like I said, special teams and been getting some bad breaks. Halfback screen. Great read. I know he's got to be kicking himself for that one. That could have swung the momentum big time. I don't know if he didn't press triangle or what the case was, but that could have been 6 the other way. Big time 3rd and long for Washington State, this Cougar offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
And he picks up another 3rd down. Into the red zone, Washington State. This could be the kind of, the put-away drive here. He's already taken off 3 minutes of the clock. I think if he's able to put the ball in the end zone, we might be hearing the fat lady sing here. Great tackle there by Liberty.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Play action here. R1. Knew that was coming. It's a great read by Washington State.
And the beatdown has ensued.
Man, Washington State is making a statement this week. He is putting the league on notice. Obviously shining bright on a big stage on, college game day, BYL game day. Up 33-3 in the second half. He's pretty much doing what he wants in this football game. Obviously Liberty, he's gonna be kicking himself for the early fumbles, the mistakes early on, which kind of put him in the hole early.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take
All right.
3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards.
Good read. Good cut up field. So now the only issue with being down 30 in the second half is Sterling knows you're not going to run the ball. So your hands are tied here, unfortunately. So you're going to have to continue to throw the ball and just hope you have success at this point. But as much as we talked about this Liberty defense, this Washington State defense has played lights out. So you have to give this defense credit, this defensive coordinator credit for the game plan he's had heading into this game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout.
Another interception.
Intercepted.
Man, this Washington State defense has really locked in. After a game last week, they gave up 50 plus. They could hold this team to under 10 points. So, like I said, night and day from last week, and this coaching staff has got these players locked in. RPO action coming. It almost feels like the Washington State team can do no wrong. Just one of those games. All right, coming out in bunch. Looks like an inside zone here. Audibly now.
When they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Good defense there. That was almost of a just taking a shot play because I know it's 30 inches coming up type of play. Smart play by Sterling. Good play by the DB. We play on. Inside zone. It's a big time play by the Washington State offense. Outside of, that big run, Liberty has done a reasonable job stopping this run game.
Elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close
But,
to the goal line.
you know, it's the big plays, the big moments that matter the most. So coming out in single back bunch to the right.
Especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Looks like he wants to find circle here on the out.
Looking to throw.
Good defense by Liberty.
Moving. And he's left with
Way to
the
throw it
one.
away. Smart, heady play by the quarterback there. True freshman quarterback making a veteran play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long.
All right, coming out in trips right with the shotgun. Watch his tight end. He's loving the tight end. You know, in this game.
Buys a little extra time.
Another good defensive stand for the Liberty Flames defense.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass.
Good levels concept there by Washington State. 40-3.
The stomping has commenced.
Man,
Like a Thanksgiving turkey.
this is definitely going to want to be one of those games you want to flush if you're the head coach of Liberty. I think at this point, you're not erasing a 37-point deficit. So at this point, you're wanting to kind of get some momentum heading into next week, and you want to be able to find something that works. So that way you can flush this and move on.
Everybody live with the results because everything else ain't working anyway.
They drag him down at the 22.
And if you're Washington State, you want to continue to put drives together, continue to play good defense because you understand it's a long season,
Liberty takes
and you want to keep your guys locked in for weeks to come.
to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last?
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that pass intercepted.
Another big play by the Washington State defense.
And after the interception return, he gets it down to the
This is the only problem with when you get a little bit too,
He was right. and because of that,
you're starting to press early on in the game. Now at this point,
closed
you have to throw.
between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Another play action here.
trying to get to it.
Way to get back to the quarterback by Christian Gregory.
Time and down he goes.
A little too late, but he's still playing.
Play action.
He's still playing.
Quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He's looking for an open man on second down.
PI.
Fires to the middle. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. The officials offer the deal, and the
This is tough though. It's one of those games where early on you feel like you kind of didn't get a break, and then you felt like you had to get it all back in one play. So definitely gonna have film to go back and watch and hopefully learn from. The good thing is this is an out-of-conference game for Liberty, so he's gonna be able to go back to the drawing board and correct some of these mistakes for conference play. And this is the same situation Washington State had last week. Looks like he changed his playbook, went to something that catered to his true freshman quarterback, and he's having success. It's paying dividends.
It's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. How about that?
It's got to be an interception by Liberty there.
Force the incompletion.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the
Tight end.
and right in the middle.
Feel like a broken record.
He still makes the
These tight ends, man.
tee.
Heading to the fourth quarter here.
Downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that is just a gut punch.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide out in motion. Got some room. and
Another touchdown for Washington State.
touchdown Cougar.
Man,
And the pummeling has started.
it's a brutal way to.
Lead out here in the 4th quarter. And
If you're Liberty, this is a brutal way to make your college game day debut. And if you're Washington State, this is an excellent way too. Good exposure for your ball club. for the voters when rankings come out.
This is
But like I said,
great day. Putting it
ugh,
all together,
this one's
offense,
gross. God
defense,
damn, what was that?
complementary
I'm sorry, guys.
On the move, inside his 5.
But if you're Liberty, this is a bad way to, leave a bad taste in the voters' mouth.
And he'll be stopped at the 17. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw.
Man, it's like Sterling, he doesn't fear anything that
It's just been that kind of day for
he
this
doesn't fear anything that this defense is or that this offense is presenting.
rhythm, throwing the football.
And I think part of that is because he's up by 40 points, obviously, but another part of that is because he knows that Grundy just hasn't really been able to get any type of rhythm going.
Right here late in the game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it.
Okay, good first down.
Really nice job by this
Again, you know you're not going to come back and win this game, but at this point, you kind of want to just gain some momentum heading into next week. You want to be able to, make the tides turn a little bit, win the fourth quarter, gain momentum into your next matchup. You have conference play coming up here soon.
Really hard to stop.
You don't want to just, throw the ball over the yard. You want to be able to put some drives together here.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Put some drives together here.
The kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been
Good check down.
on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up
Good play there.
heading into their next game.
Oh, look out. And he almost
There you go. Like I said, you just got to find a little bit of momentum. At this point, you're looking for moral victories heading into the rest of your season.
Hard as a defender to have to stop that big fella from catching the corner route, right? He already has great size and long arms, and he can jump. So what do? I mean, you're not trying to create pass interference and a penalty, but that's just a size mismatch, and the offense took advantage.
Good defense there by Washington State.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant.
Yeah, Washington State has dominated every facet of this game. Third down, possession, yards, first downs, turnovers.
But all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They're bringing heat. And the quarterback will.
Washington State defense, that's a coverage sack there. That was a coverage sack. There's no huddle here. Just out of field goal range.
On third down, going
Instant
up
pressure.
top. He'll pull it down and run. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
It's going.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up fourth and long.
He's open across the middle.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive.
Oh man,
Catch, he's got
that's a dangerous throw there. Obviously benefited from it there, but
defense, not
dangerous.
exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
Come back out under center here.
And the Flames getting set on 1st and 10.
Power football here. Down to the 1 yard line.
Just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Another run play here. Oh, play action. Looks like he accidentally pressed the button twice there or something. Something funky happened on that play in order for him to, have the pump fake animation. You got to get in the end zone here. Like I said, this is for confidence at this point.
Deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, he drops to throw. They won't let
4th and 2.
He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion.
And around here. We saw this work earlier. He didn't grab that block. Big time stand there. Man. Washington State is taking liberty behind the woodshed right now.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield.
Okay, brought pressure there.
Hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning.
Run play here.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass.
Good play by the defense.
On third down.
And the offense comes up short on third down.
Do you go for the block here?
Washington State sends out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game.
Fair catch it.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Just try to keep fighting. Show your kids.
All right, big time first down.
Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week.
Deep shot for the end zone.
Another big time play by the Washington State secondary. Man. It's a brutal spot to be in if you're a Liberty fan right now.
Make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional.
At this point, you want to see Washington State kill the clock. You want to get out of here without any injuries.
Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost done.
A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape.
Looks like he still wants to throw the ball here.
Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Finally pulled
Another first down.
before moving the change for a first down.
And big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to
Man.
people off the football.
Clock should be winding down after this one. Hell of a game by this Cougar team.
From their own 23-yard line.
And obviously, like I said, if you're a Liberty fan, if you're a Liberty coach, you want to flush this one. You want to move on to next week with a clean slate. These are the kind of games that can kill your season, man. Losing, on national television by 44 points is never something you want to do. But shout out to Washington State with a big-time victory on College Game Day. He obviously earned this one from start to finish. Pretty much controlled the game. Obviously got the early on fumble. True freshman Daryl Snodgrass, as you can see, played a hell of a game. But yeah, bounces back from his loss last week. Obviously, Liberty drops another one to go 1-2. Hopefully, he can kind of pick his season back up, and he doesn't let it fall apart, because this is a big-time loss here. This is one that he let get away from him early, and it's not what you want to do. So, shout out to both coaches, Coach Juarez and Coach Grundy. Thank you guys for putting on a good show for us. But that is going to wrap up BYL College Game Day Week